Good evening and welcome to another episode of On Campus here at Solano College Sports Network. I'm your host Trey Hunt, and here with me is a brand new student to our sports broadcasting program, Tiago Harshberger. Tiago, this is the first time we're meeting face to face. We've been online doing different types of games. And you're also still in high school. You go to Wilson Wood, correct?
Yeah.
So how has that been doing your high school courses and also mixing that with your college courses?
I mean, it's always been like a struggle doing high school and college classes. I knew it was going to be hard when I first joined my early college program at Wilson Wood called the VEX program. And I knew it would be hard, and it was always hard to find that balance of time because, some nights I'd be up till 3 in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
Some nights I'd go to sleep at 10. But it was always just hard to find that balance because college it's hard, but high school is just so time consuming.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just really what was hard. I wanted to do sports, even though they didn't recommend it.
Mm-hmm.
But that was just kind of thing I always had to work through. And I've honestly loved it. College is way more fun than high school.
Mm-hmm.
And just the different experiences and the different things I get to do and explore my interests instead of just being set to a set, you got to get this, and done.
Yeah, definitely. And that's definitely a talent for you to be able to balance your high school along with your college courses. And a lot of people don't know how to balance their time, especially since everything has transitioned to online. So what have been the difficulties of online classes? Like, what's been easier and what's also been harder for you since that transition to online?
Yeah. For online classes, definitely sleep
Mm-hmm.
is something I've loved to have. And it's just, I can go to bed. It's a miracle. But definitely just working through what we need to do that day and just making sure, like, hey, I need to do this, and this today to get this, and this done. The problem is there's just no motivation whatsoever. It could be, 12 o'clock at night, and I'm like, I should start.
Yeah,
I
definitely.
should start. And just that kind of motivation thing, that's really just hard. And it's a lot of face-to-face. I'm not really a visual learner, so to speak,
Mm-hmm.
but I need face-to-face interaction because I need to ask those questions directly because, like, when I type them, it all comes out wrong, and I don't actually say what I mean, and I can't just, like, show the teacher what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
So that's just the kind of face-to-face interaction that's really I've been missing, and I feel like that downgrades on my education a lot,
Mm-hmm.
and that's just kind of the struggle for a lot of students, I think.
Yeah, definitely. And that face-to-face is definitely necessary because when you're not face-to-face, you're just waiting on an email back or you're waiting on a text back, and those nerves can really bother you. So we're in a time where it's COVID-19, and COVID has affected everybody's life all around the world. It gets shrunken down to a minimal, and then it just blows up again. And we all have to wear masks. Everyone has to wear their mask. So how has COVID affected your life and your lifestyle, and how do you have to adjust to how COVID has impacted the whole world?
I mean, COVID just annihilated my life virtually. I went from, like, social 100, always going out with friends, always having fun, to just almost zero interaction whatsoever. Mm-hmm. And then I have an 87-year-old grandmother that lives with me, and she's had, like, medical problems before, so she's high risk. But so I have to stay home because of her, and that just really, like, changed a lot of things. Mm-hmm. And that, like, I'm always, whenever I go outside, I'm thinking of, hey, how am I going to make sure I'm good to protect her,
Mm-hmm.
and that kind of thing. But, I mean, it's just flipped our whole lives upside down. My dad, he has to work, I'm sure most parents are struggling to find work, and because my dad, he lives paycheck by paycheck, so he just tries to find work, and I go work with him, and we just try to do everything that we can, but there's just that point where you just can't do anymore.
Yeah.
It's just not up to you anymore.
Mm-hmm.
So that's really the kind of opportunity that is lacking in COVID-19. That what makes it really hard and really a struggle for a lot of families.
Yeah, definitely. COVID is, you would think it's going away, but then it just keeps getting worse and worse and worse. And when these masks, people just tend, like, to not wear them, or they decide,
just don't even care. I see it so much. I'll go to I went to Idaho recently.
Mm-hmm.
We sat down at a restaurant for food, and I asked them, like, so how long has it been since y'all been closed? They never closed. And they just don't care.
Yeah.
And I was just like, all right, whatever, but
Yeah, just not taking it seriously. And that's another thing. So like with COVID, it taking away so many different things. So like, has anything been taken away from you that you miss so much, like the movies or just going out and eating comfortably, or is there anything that you're missing since COVID has been happening?
I mean, honestly, it's social interaction. It's parties. It's just hang out with friends. I have a thing going with a group of my friends called Saturdays for the Boys. And every Saturday night we hang out and we do stuff, we mess around. And I really miss those times. And definitely just takes away a lot of interaction, motivation, and just will to do stuff.
Definitely. Like I miss the movies so much. I'm a movie fanatic, like everything. So when the movies got taken away, it was just very upsetting.
Yeah.
But so we're in the sports broadcasting station, and we this is our program. So what made you want to take this program? What motivated you to do? You know what? I'm gonna take this class this summer.
Yeah. So I was looking at elective credits because I'm moving toward my associate's degree. And I was wondering, what do I want to take that's really going to help me? What's going to diversify my skill set? What's going to actually motivate me? What's going to explore new interests and new jobs? And I picked like automotive service management because my dad always been in cars, but I just never really cared. But now I'm getting a good interest in that. I took a success class just to learn more study skills, and I wanted to take this class mainly, like it started out because of the teacher, Greg Poff. He's just a really great, fun guy, and I loved him when I took public speaking, and he was just super funny, and I just loved him. So I decided, okay, let's take this class. It's run by him. So I come into this, and I did not know what I was getting into. There was so much work. I never expected this field of area, just so much work. And I never appreciated like how much color commentators, analysts, I would watch the games, but I never really understood how much went into them aside from the players. And it just really deepened my love for sports. I didn't really know much of anything about sports, but as I went through this program, I learned and I loved sports more, and I understood them a lot more, and I gained appreciation for all the different aspects of them that people just don't see on the base level.
Yeah, definitely. And Poff you come into this class, you have no idea what you're getting into, like you said,
Exactly.
and then he just teaches you so many different things, and just how to speak better, how to prepare better, how to just come in more professionally, and just show and then present yourself in a way that it shows that you know what you're talking about, and at the perfect time in every situation. So do you, like you said, you're looking for elective? So do you know your major? Do you know what you want to commit to?
I mean, when I was younger, I wanted to be a neurosurgeon, and that was something I worked towards, and I still want to keep that option open. But right now, when I'm taking high school, college classes at the same time, I'm really just trying to explore my interests, diversify. I did choose my major in law. My mother was a law major. She was a big attorney in Brazil. But that was just kind of the thing of, I want to keep my options open, but I still want to work towards something. You know?
So when you know you're working towards something, so in your head, do you have this dream job that you like, this would make me happy? If I got this job specifically, I will be happy with the rest of my life.
You know, when I was in 9th grade, that's really when I really started pondering this stuff. And I really just thought to myself, I have to get a job that I love more than anything else in the world.
Yeah.
But I also realized there's a very important balance I've been taught from a young age, is that even if you've got a job that you love, you still have to be ready to support yourself and support your family, and you got to make it work no matter what. Any job, in my opinion, can be made to make a living. You can make it work, and that was just something I always kept in mind. So neurosurgeon was, I always loved the brain, I always loved how to develop, but yeah, there's a lot of cash also involved, because I wanted that sense of security when I was younger, because that was really important to me, because I want to raise a family in the future, and I want to make sure I can give them the best life and all the opportunities and advantages my parents gave me to make sure they can succeed also.
Yeah, I think a lot of people fail to realize that. I feel as if that self-happiness is very key to a person's life. You have to, especially at a young age, because you're still in high school, and I feel like you have to know sooner than later that you have to put yourself first no matter the situation, because if you don't, you have to think about it like, if you don't put yourself first, who will?
Yeah, exactly.
So that's definitely how you have to look at it. So since we are so focused on sports in this class, but we also focus on other things as well. So, but when it comes to sports, do you have a favorite team? Do you have a favorite? Who do you root for most of the time?
I mean, growing up, I've never really had like a team, so to speak. I did have one team, the soccer team. It was the Brazil São Paulo Whales, but that was just where my grandmother grew up, and just a lot of great soccer legends like Pelé, Neymar, and other guys came from there. But I just always loved it. My grandma, it was so fun. She would like go crazy in front of the TV. Okay, it's just good times, and I always love watching those games with her and cherished memories. But yeah, never, like I said, when I was younger, I just didn't really. I love watching sports, but I just never really got into it, and that's just something I've been wanting to improve myself upon.
So if you never got into sports, were you like more of like you like video games more? Do you like what else do you like? What are your hobbies? Like what do you feel like you do? Okay. Because like most of the guys like they do sports and they practice all the time. So when you're not doing that or you're not doing school, what are you doing in your off time?
I mean, I've never really been like a video game kid much, because my dad he'd tell me, he'd bring me outside. He said, all right, until you've injured or it becomes dark, don't come back inside. And I always had a ton of social interaction, tons of just going outside and living, because we love to live. My dad loves the country, and he just loves just going out there and having fun. So I go ATV riding, I'll do hiking, mountain climbing, whatever I gotta do. I just love the outdoors. That's really my hobby. But I also love working out. I love taking care of myself, and like you said, I like to put myself first, because I have to make sure that, hey, no matter what, no matter how many people I want to help, no matter who I want to help out or do something for, I gotta put myself first and what I love to do.
Well, I could definitely tell you have a good head on your shoulders, and I can already tell when we did that one game together that you had a lot of talent in your hands, and that you can go so much further, and you're only going to get better and better and better. And I can really see the future that you're going to set for yourself, because you have a good head on your shoulders, and I know your family is going to be really happy to see how you grow, especially if you continue to put yourself first. As you do that, your happiness is going to grow, and then you're going to be able to spread that amongst the people you love. So it's been great meeting you and everything.
Thank you.
So that's it for us on another episode of On Campus here at Solano College Sports Network. I'm your host, Trey Hunt, and thank you again, Tiago Harshberger, for joining us. Good luck in the program, and we will see you next time.
College just got affordable. Up to 100% of enrollment fees can be reimbursed for first-time college students taking full-time classes. At Solano Community College, we are taking full advantage of this to further your future. With certificate and degree programs in industrial technology, aeronautics, biotechnology, and many others, Solano Community College is a staple for success. For more information, please contact the Financial Aid Office at 707-864-7000.
Well, hi everybody, I'm Greg Poff, Director of the Solano College Sports Broadcasting Program, and we're here in the TV studio at Solano Community College, and I'd like to tell you about a great opportunity this summer. Now, typically with our summer class, we're covering sports. Because of the COVID-19 pandemic, we're opening up the class to all of you podcasters, YouTube influencers, to give you a chance to come in and create content that we can show on YouTube. You can have your own podcast. We can even put you on channel 28 locally. Let's take a look at some of the equipment we have here in the studio. Come on. All right, we're here in the Solano College Sports Network studio control room to show you some of the equipment that you can use as a student here at Solano Community College. And the first thing I'd like to draw your attention to is the production unit system that we use. It's made by New Tech. It's the TriCaster system. This system is used by every major network. So you come to Solano Community College, you're going to learn video production on the TriCaster unit, so you'll be ready to go once you leave our program. You'll be trained on the same equipment that you would use in all of the major networks. You see the video production board here. We've got our speakers set up here. Here we've got our interface that you can use, so all kinds of equipment that you can use to be a professional in media production. Another great feature of our video production system, you'll be able to get training on the Allen and Heath audio board, where you will learn the trade secrets for both radio and TV production. Here in the video editing suite, you will have access to Adobe Premiere and the entire Creative Cloud. If you can imagine it, you can create it right here in the Solano Community College TV studio. We have merged with Fairfield Cable Access, and that gives you the opportunity to use the same TV equipment that they use to produce their shows on local TV here in Fairfield, and that gives you the chance to also show your work on local TV.
Welcome to TV 55. In this hands-on class at Solano Community College, you will learn all aspects of television production, how to use high-end cameras, lighting, and audio equipment in the field and right here in the studio. Whether you are looking at making better YouTube videos, educational or promotional segments, or finding your creative passion, enroll today. Get an art school education at the fraction of the cost. Visit us online at solano.edu.